Hello everyone, you are on the Player Review Team channel. Today we will take a look at 3 icons that appeared in squad building challenges. The whole trio will cost you almost 3.5 million coins. But do you really need any of them? Let's find out. We start of course with Laurent Blanc, who not only received a fair price but also got the position of central midfielder. Manu kindly asked for this role after winning the World Cup. By the way, for the midfield engine is the best chemistry style, while for a central defender anchor is more suitable. Moving on to gameplay, let's first check him as a central defender. First, aside from long legs and interceptions, Blanc consistently wins aerial duels thanks to aerial. Second, he reliably blocks shots with golden block. Third, he tackles hard with anticipate, and he has quite a good reach, which you can see in this episode. On top of that, he runs well with lengthy on anchor and aggressively wins the ball back from behind. In fact, tackles from behind are one of the pains of our beloved game, and it is not like they will disappear in the next edition, at least judging from the beta version. Still, returning to Blanc, it's worth pointing out not only his toughness but also his quick acceleration into the opponent when tackling manually. However, our barrel of honey has a few drops of FC25 bitterness. For example, how do you like this passive tackle animation? Yes, most likely it's our mistake, but the animation looks strange anyway. And here's another wonderful in quotes tackle. At this point, it's unclear whether Blanc has unstable tackles or the game itself entertains us with inconsistency. But what we definitely didn't like is the silver jockey. It is decent, but this body type needs gold to feel more comfortable. That's why we mostly see him as a central midfielder, where interceptions are important and anticipate helps a lot for assisted tackles. As you remember, Engine fits Blanc in this role. It makes the left stick more responsive. At the same time, 5 stars on skills open extra options in the final third. When going forward, it seemed like the Frenchman had press proven or even some unique body type. But the reason is maximum reactions, which provide quick response. You can see this in a sharp pass sequence in this clip. That said, nature can't be fooled. Even high responsiveness won't always compensate for his size. This was obvious anyway. What is also obvious is his strong frame given his height. It helps him control the ball under pressure and shield it from opponents. His body type resembles a slim gullet, which almost begs to be pushed forward into attack. Blanc should therefore often take the ball and carry it forward, either to shoot or pass. At the same time, you don't necessarily need anchor for lengthy acceleration. Engine is enough since his long legs guarantee high speed, and inside the box, Silverlow Driven is there to help. Even though he has no special traits, his speed boost is fine, and again he is fast over distance. Also note the weak foot shot here, where maximum reactions triggered again. But by the 90th minute, his stamina is cut in half because there is no relentless. Still, this is not too critical, especially since Blanc is useful not only as a finisher but also as a creator. The Frenchman has the full passing package led by Pinged Pass. He also executes incisive passes and long balls very well. Here is a great example of a switch across the pitch, and here is an example of a Trivela. Despite not having top shooting stats, his Trivelas fly almost like silver or gold. Yes, we know they always did, but the consistency is impressive. Out of 6 shots, Blanc scored 5, not from the easiest positions either. Simply put, Laurent Blanc is an excellent central midfielder who can both hold his position and progress the ball. We can safely recommend him if he has even slightly caught your attention. But as a defender, we don't see him, mainly because of the lack of goal jockey. That's why the pair Stam and Van de Ven remains the standard for us. Blanc is like Gullit but more mobile. So if you like tall players in midfield, definitely try the Frenchman. We recommend him. Now let's move on to Ronaldinho and Eusebio, but we will focus more on the Brazilian. First, he is more expensive and requires more resources. Second, he is simply more interesting. Of course, grinding 30 squads is not too fun, but the card is really amazing. After all, this is the magician himself. If you are wondering about chemistry style, we recommend Engine. Anyway, his speed boost is average and he lacks rapid, but as you can see, Dinho can still burst forward and punish with an unstoppable low driven. Moreover, why run when you can shoot from outside the box, especially with Silver Trivela? The same trick can also be used by our next guy for a modest 23 squads. EUS beats Ronnie in pace and speed boost for obvious reasons thanks to traits, but for his card it's best to apply Architect, so he gets controlled acceleration. This way, he can easily perform as a right winger with Trivelas or as a left winger for brilliant finesses. Although nothing stops you from hitting finesses with the left foot from the right wing. Obviously, he lacks a striker position, skill moves and trickster. Still, as a cam, he is very good. A cam must deliver incisive passes and punish with long shots like finesses, and Eusebio does this perfectly. R1 deserves special attention. It allows him to get into position for a pass or finesse. By the way, in the next edition, R1 will matter more. Coming back to Ronaldinho and his R1, his body type is bigger but no less responsive than Eusebio's. To be honest, when Ronnie is in your hands, you just want to pull off an elastico or some ball flick. Simply put, you can't resist performing Jogo Bonito. Luckily, EA didn't mess with this card and kept Trickster. Ball control is also great. Ronaldinho keeps the ball close while dribbling and also has a strong frame. This allows him to slip through players. He also has first touch, a must for any self-respecting forward, as well as gold finesse. Tell us, do you often score finesses from outside the box, or are our videos with long shot packs enough for you? And here's a trivela. Pay attention to this shot taken almost from a standstill without run-up. To sum up, Ronnie can score any type of long shot thanks to traits and maximum shooting stats. Even chip shot looks elegant in his execution. As for passing, tiki-taka always suited forwards, but silver incisive is also nice since it helps deliver better through balls. In conclusion, Ronaldinho is undoubtedly excellent and almost a must-have for Barca fans and for fans of the Brazilian himself. As you know, SBCs today should be measured not in coins but in time spent grinding. If you are an active Polytools user, Ronnie can be crafted very fast. You already know that. If you don't use any extensions, then you can safely skip the SBC and buy Ronnie on the market if you really want him. By the way, coins are very cheap right now, so reach out if you've been dreaming of playing with icons from your childhood. If you still have questions, write them in the comments, we will try to answer quickly. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our reviews. Thanks for watching until the end, see you in the next videos.